it's gonna be a little bit iffy about what to ban, but it looks like they're thinking that Selena is going to the mid, which again, higher chance of the Selena going to mid. Betting out the junglers is a good idea. Betting out the Hayabusa here.
Yeah, but we can't turn off the idea of that.
Not gonna lie,
jungle.
I don't mind if Falcons Mena, they even pick up a Boxia and then just have a very strong gold laner, but again, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that's something that Zino Zenith was floating the idea of, which is why they took out the Claude. Because if you go back to that thinking, a little bit more 6 months ago meta, but I feel like could still work depending on the circumstances. If those three on the side of Falcons Mena were paired up with a Baksha and it had the Claude, it's a good well-rounded lineup. So maybe Zino Zenith was looking into that. In terms of the gold lanes for Mena, if they want a strong gold laner, I mean, the carry's still there.
Harith is still open, I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, oh right. Yes, you're right. I'm so not used to seeing Harith not being picked up all the way up until the second phase.
Not saying it's a good pick, just saying it's a pick.
It's a pick. It's there.
But yeah, I feel like the carry is solid, honestly. Carry is a pretty good pick.
Considering that you have those three already with you, the carry should be very happy. And as expected, there'll be a Julian for Zino Zenith. That's the trend right now. If your magic damage seems to be lacking, you pick up Julian for the jungle.
I feel like I'm starting to become you. I'm really wanting a Bane here.
Bane? Ever since you mentioned it, I agree with you, man.
Pick up the Benedetta, why not?
Even a Bane, Bane. I would not mind Bane for Mena. They already have the Novaria, so that's a huge area for the Sharks. The hitbox will get bigger, even bigger.
Again, I feel like even the Boxia is going to be okay here, having a fast tempo as well as being able to have basically the life bin effect. Yeah. Without having the items, you can deal with the Minotaur, and the passive is going to be good. Oh!
Okay.
Okay, whoa. Not a Boxia, but a Fredrin.
Okay.
I'm on the right track here. But the Natan here, the Natan needs time. Yeah. So this draft, honestly, is playing around names. I hope she goes for a third item, Holy Crystal.
Yeah, gotta rush that damage. Hopefully she doesn't overthink the idea that Zino Zenith has a lot of threats for that Nathan in the early game. Because you can't delay your late game. You need to rush the process if you're Falcons Mena. Last pick?
Yuzong is still open.
Oh, that would mess up the Nathan.
The Nathan, the Novaria. Honestly, it messes up a lot.
Yeah.
If not, you can pick up an X-Borg. It's like a easier thing to handle the Fredrin as well as the Terizla.
X-Borg into a Fredrin, you're right. Fredrin don't do not like that, but yeah, it's best possible. Ooh, a little bit of a throwback for Falcons Mena to 5 to 7 months ago in our meta. Zino Zenith showing what it means to play MLBB now in this current stage. So it's a battle of styles and a battle of 2 goals. On the right side for Zino Zenith, just secure the 2-0. For Falcons Mena, make sure that you do not get eliminated here. It's a best of 2. It's match, nay, tournament point for the hometown heroes. Zino Lilies will still have a match later on. That's it for me and LaFell. Because now as we enter this game number 2, we'll pass you on over to our 2 casters who has been with us ever since Series 1. It's Mirko and Trex. You two, just put on a show.
Thank you so much, Renmar and LaFell. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to be jumping into the possible last game. This is match point, essentially, for Falcons Mena here. They got to step it up if they want to get out of groups here. Zino Lilies, once again, bring something spicy to the table. This is 4 games in a row. I think we've seen a new pick pop up for MWI here. Selena in the mid lane. It's been a long time since I've seen Selena in the land of Dawn. I'm excited to see how Zino Lilies is going to make it work for them.
Yeah, same, because usually Selena, when you pick it up, the best combination in the roam position should be a Grok, right? Someone that can actually clear the lane really, really fast. If it's not the Grok, usually it's the Cho. So the fact that they went for the Minotaur, I get it. It's also still okay clear. You got the concussive blast sock. Gonna go in for some damage. Good chain 2 to immobilize Feven. Forcing her back. Abyssal Trap also connecting, dealing a bit of damage to Electa there. Great lethal Wanderer take. But what do you think about this, Trex? Now that Team Falcons Mena, they're fighting for, this is tournament point, like Reptar said, Renmar said earlier. Electa back on the Fredrin. This is the old style of MLBB. Velvet gonna be caught in the hands chain. not the enhanced chain, just the chain. Doesn't seem like she will use the enhanced version of the skill, not just yet. She will just back away. She does damage to Velvet.
Not only the Fredrin, right? Not only like on the Fredrin, which we also have the Matilda paired up with it. This is definitely something we saw, you know, back in M5, you know, and it could be comfort for them. It could be something that works, and in a time like this, it is something you can fall back on when all the other teams are getting crazy with their compositions. This could be the answer here. They did secure some late game possibilities as well, right? They have some decent early game aggression with Velvet in the XP lane when it comes to some of these first turtles having the Terizla. They have good movement as long as they use the Matilda correctly to rotate around the map. And since Zino Lilies is weak on their mid lane clear, this could give Falcons Mena a little bit of space to buy time, right? So if they can buy that time, make sure Names gets online, make sure Zui gets online, there's a lot of possibilities for them.
Black Dragon Farm used up very early, a bit too early it seems. You know, that's a big resource for the first neutral objective. Velvet's going to have a massive advantage now coming into the next turtle. And again, like you mentioned, Team Falcons already have an advantage when it comes to the mid clear. So they're not using it actually. It's Sa who's clear out the mid lane. They're actually going to lose out a whole way penalty zone with the Astral Echo into the back line, getting a few hammer swings down. Shiromi walking forward, Minis Fury knocking one up there. That's going to be the combo coming down as the Guiding Wind, or the Circling Eagle rather, comes down as well. But Electa is still able to secure the neutral objective. Sa dives in deep right there as the chain connects. So Electa almost getting the Appraiser's Wrath down, but gets taken out before she can get it down. Ramichi lethal on the Julian.
If there's anything I've noticed about these two teams, Zino Lilies almost always comes out on top in terms of kills, but Electa is so good at always securing that neutral objective. Taking a look at this replay, Electa able to get it, able to almost turn things around here, unable to make it to Shiromi and get that final hit. If Electa could have just got that, it could have at least evened the playing field, maybe even put them in the advantage in that big trade since they secured Turtle as well, but they fall back and we can see the reactions from Mena. Electa, man, rubbing her eyes there, just frustrated with how things are going, and I feel it's got to be tough when you're in this kind of situation. You're on your last life right here. There's no comebacks, there's no immortalities for tournament point here. They got to figure something out, and like I said, they're able to get these objectives. They just need to translate that into something else or be a bit more careful in how they approach it.
This is the problem though, I would say. If we're talking about Zino Lilies, the fact that they've been able to find a lot of wins, good Petrified Fury Scythe into Ramichi with the chain and the enhanced scythe. Even with the body of Smith, the passive doesn't do anything. Not to the burst of Julian, yikes.
Yeah, Ramichi's just going to be a monster once again. It's 2-0-1 already for Julian this early in the game. Yui's now rotating up top. Gets the vision on him, but it's not going to save the tower at all. And Zen, now that they found a moment, you can already see them now rotating around. Taro's hitting the cross lane farm, trying to redo what we saw from Rihanna in earlier series. Maybe get that third item in at around 9 minutes.
Maybe she can do that there. I mean, to be fair, Names already forced back. Taro's doing a whole lot of damage. And by the way, all right, let me ask you a question here, Trex. Natan versus Claude. Who wins in that matchup?
I think there's nice wave clear from Names. There's a nice poke from Names. The good thing about Claude, though, is...
Ooh, good take there. Now Minis Fury knocking two members up. Shiromi unable to find Velvet just there. She is able to flick her out to safety, but not too long. Ramichi able to find the kill spree. Appraiser's Wrath deals some damage. Also the Astral Sphere connecting to the back line, but Cow is able to just walk away. Sa executes Electa in the front. Oh man, again, Zino Lilies. This time they don't just win in the fight, they win in the neutral objective. Ramichi with a flank, trying to go for the enhanced chain, unable to connect it. Good guiding win from Fevin to get out, but Sa, look at her, just scratching the turret down. Now with Ramichi too. That is tier 1 mid lane taking down Names in the bottom lane, trying to go for a trade, but Taro walks up, deals that damage, chasing her down. Still, Names will use the entropy.
Yeah, Names definitely is going to have the ability to deal with Taro, right? And even has decent wave clear, as we were just talking about. The good thing about a Claude, though, is just about anybody, as long as you're mechanically gifted on the Claude, you can at least stalemate. And if your team is helping you out even more, you can get to the other side of the map. And that's the thing. It's not exactly just about the gold lane versus gold lane. It's about Zino Lilies constantly putting pressure on these off lanes, right? And making sure that KO does good. Wait a second, a little bit of damage on a Ramichi.
Names as well there with the guiding wind. Ramichi going to be taken down, unable to find anything. But the abyssal trap, no arrow connects Names. One last chomp of the trap will take her down. Sa picks up a double. Was that Bevan that flew over as well? And she got taken out. Now Velvet in the bush trying to stop Zino Lilies from going for the purple buff. And this is why we get to see the Selena. Sa's been brutal with it, connecting every single arrow, and that's another. Straight into the damage. Velvet gonna be chunked low. That's a frontliner. And she got taken that low from the damage of Sa.
Zino Lilies right now 3 steps ahead at all times.
Ooh.
Team Falcons Mena might be able to take a knight or take a rook, but Zino Lilies takes 3 more pieces in return and consistently takes the lead. And now, another gank.
There you go. She finally gets punished for it. Tries to run away. The shutdown, though. The bounty is on Fevin. Out of all the members that could have taken it, Electa was there, Names was there. It would have been great if it was Names, but they lose out the purple buff. And I'll have to say, that ends up being not worth it, even with the shutdown.
Hey man, Roams need gold too. Roams need love too. Definitely might not be the best decision, but you know, Fevin got a little greedy, man. Wanted the kill, and I think at this point, Falcons Mena just want the kill, right? They need to try to even the playing field. Taro in trouble.
Able to get out just to save the Shiromi. Great disengage. Now Ramichi, that's chain to knock Names up. Oh, the spear not connecting Electa. Moving forward. Ramichi, she could go for the 1v3, but she might not even need to because a dragon is coming her way as well to try to help her out. Yui, you can go out of the map, but still get Cal. Immobilization with the chain. Electra trying to run away. Penalty zone from Velvet. Catching 3. That's a furious dive. Not with the Petrify just yet as Ramichi is going to be comboing hand sword. Brings her back all the way to the back, and that is a double with the help of Sa's abyssal arrow. That is ever so accurate. My goodness, the synergy.
The synergy is definitely beautiful from Zino Lilies. I mean, just all over. And while that's happening, you got Taro on other sides of the map putting pressure on the mid and the top. So even when 4 of them are making something happen, it's problems elsewhere. Golden Staff just locked in for Taro here. Team Falcons Mena getting more and more pushed into the corner. The abyssal arrows are constantly firing off, so it's using it as a zoning mechanism for Team Falcons Mena. On to the items. 3 items in 8.5 minutes, Mirko. Is that the new record?
I think it is. And I think for Shiromi, she is going to be taken down. No, she flickers out, and Ramichi is there to body block the spear. Wow. Even in disengages, Zino Lilies are so clean with it. And like you mentioned, that's a new record. You were already hyping it up. You know, Taro's taking waves, Sa's taking Names though, but not Names as in the player, Names as in Velvet the name, who's going to be stunned up again. 2 abyssal arrows connecting there, but she is able to escape. I guess that's the value you get with the Terizla, even though she's 0-4-0. She's still super tanky, still super hard to actually go and assassinate. But man, she hits an abyssal arrow again, by the way. Just Names.
Consistently doing it. Taking a look at some of the items, Lord just gets taken. It's now almost a 10k gold lead. We're at 9,000 gold pretty much for the side of Zino Lilies up right now, and I just want to put it into perspective as well. Some of their positioning has been phenomenal in this game. Even earlier when that gank was happening up top, when that attack onto Velvet was happening, we have Kyle just hanging out in the bush by Lord, ready to set up the position on the Lord pit. Even though they had this huge lead, we still play by the basics. We still know exactly where we need to be at the right time, and we don't go too far from that. So Zino Lilies is just showing prowess in many different aspects of this game right now. They're going to be trying to possibly end this here, take an inhibitor to do something big against Team Falcons Mena.
Let's see if they can. They technically still have the Natan, right? With the Black Dragon form, it's going to be used up to try to zone them in the back line. Electro walking forward, getting the taunt down, but gets caught by the abyssal arrow. Penalty zone onto 2. Taro going to be caught right now, unable to go out. Pops in a battle mirror image behind as she does damage. Sa again just diving deep with Cow, and they were able to find Natan with namesake. And now who's there to clear out the wave? And has Ramichi with a mega kill and a dive again from Sa. She picks up a double and another abyssal arrow straight into the chain, and Sa is an absolute monster on the Selena.
That's a 5-man wipe up, followed up by the 2-0 win for Zino Lilies. Showing dominance with multiple different heroes, showing dominance with multiple different styles of play. Sadly, do you know what this means though, Mirko?
I know what it means, man. That abyssal arrow will just shoot them down. Not exactly where I was
going.
Oh,
Team Falcons Mena is going somewhere, and it is not to the bracket, sadly. Team Falcons Mena will be taking their exit there. They had a good effort. They were able to put it up, but Zino Lilies were just a little bit too strong. Zino Lilies just monsters on the field and playing aggressive just like VSG did.
It was just such a dominant display. I think even more so than game number one, right? The fact that Falcons Mena, they tried their best to go back to what works. The fundamentals, utilizing the Fredrin, trying to play the calculated move, the safe, take the safe route. And it still wasn't enough. They get shot down by the abyssal arrow, down to elimination.
Down to elimination, and Zino Lilies tie up the scoreboard with VSG, and we're going to get to see that tiebreaker in the next series. And that's something I'm excited for because there are two very aggressive playstyles from these two teams. Zino Lilies just being extremely dominant all around.
For sure. Every single step of the way, I think for Zino Lilies, they were able to just control even the aggression, and it's definitely going to be a very interesting matchup now that we know how Zino Lilies play, how VSG play. Both of them love playing these assassin junglers, damage output all the way, even in their roams. So I'm really excited to see exactly how they utilize that. By the way, Taro has been amazing with the items.
Most definitely, and that's going to be it. Let's send it over to our interviewees. They got somebody on stage.
Thank you so much, guys. Now, xin chào, right here from our friends all the way from Vietnam, and congratulations on that 2-0 win. First up, is this a result that you guys are expecting to sweep Falcons Mena 2-0? And also, did you guys expect to pick up that Luo Yi as well as that chip, which is usually banned right here in the tournament?
Đây có phải là cái kết quả mà em và team đã kỳ vọng là sẽ có cái tỷ số 2-0 hay không? Và Louis và Chip là thường là những cái nhân vật mà tướng hay bị ban, thì liệu đây có phải là trong kế hoạch của bọn em hay không? Trước đấy thì chị dịch chọn được.
Can I answer in English? Actually, Loyi and Chip, before that, we already have team talk about that, and we planned everything before. And 2-0, we already like very confident when versus Falcon that we think we will 3-0 and 2-0, sorry. And we play with our confidence, and we win it. And Loyi and Chip, yeah, we already have the plan before. Everything we prepare for today. Yeah.
Wow.
So happy that she can speak English fluently today.
And now we're wondering, like, why we're here, right?
Dopamine is this high.
Yes, they're ending on a high. And of course, yes, we still have much more questions right here for Sa.
Definitely. Like, you know, one of the things I would like to know as well, not only me, but even all the viewers, how does it feel to play in a multinational team?
Because we have two import players from the Philippines. So how does it like work together?
Answer English also. Actually, that one quite easy because we communicate in English. The two imports, they can speak English well, and the local player also can speak English well. So we just normally play and communicate in English, like how we play and how we improve together. Yeah, actually not hard for me and my team also. That's quite easy.
Amazing.
Oh,
amazing.
wow. Okay. Now, the next one is also a team that took a 2-0 clean sweep, and this is VSG, all the way from EDCA, which also has imports as well. So, what are you guys going to do to approach that game?
Cái lần VSG họ cũng có hay import và họ cũng mạnh, cũng có cái tỷ số 2 chiến thắng 2-0. Thì em team mình sẽ có cái chiến thuật hay là có sự chuẩn bị đặc biệt gì để tiếp đón VSG?
Of course, we have preparing for VHG when versus VHG, but can I see it now? And I already say we play with our confidence. We very confident. We stand here. We play here today. We play in this MWI 2024. We very confident that we can win every game. Yeah, we even the team very strong. We also play with our confidence and our
Team spirit.
Yeah.
So the team spirit and the confidence are our weapons, secret weapons.
Oh, wow. Man, confidence
Alrighty.
all the way. Let's go.
That's something that we're definitely very excited about.
Yeah.
Gamal, thank you so much for this wonderful interview. Now we're gonna let them go because
Yes.
timing is super tight. They gotta prepare for VSG, even though they are already prepared. But let's find out what's going to happen next from our casters. So we're gonna pass it on back to the studio. Take it away, boys.
Let's go.
Call her Salina. Bringing it back here in MWI. What do you think about that mid lane Salina pick?
It's all about the mindset.
Mindset?
Because they say they play with confidence. And if you have confidence, you can pick up anything. A Selena, an Alice.
Yeah.
Dude, the world is your oyster. I'm allergic to seafood, but even I would take that.
Yeah, when it's up there in front of you, just go ahead and take it. And that's exactly what Zino Lilies did, not just for this game number 2, but for game number 1. I love that you mentioned it takes an amount of confidence, an extra amount of confidence to make a Selena work. Because Selena is just happy if her abyssal arrows hit. It causes damage and it's a pretty long crowd control. And considering that this is an older style of the meta that was played by Falcons Mena, which are usually around together, high chance the Selena's gonna hit someone.
No, the crazy thing is, this Selena is encountering anything.
yeah.
Right? It was first pick.
Yeah.
You saw the Terizla. What makes you think like, oh, Terizla, you know what? Selena, right? Like, that shows confidence. Again, I because we gotta talk about what they said during the interview, right?
Yeah.
We don't care who we're going up against. We don't care how strong they are. We believe in ourselves. We don't like horror movies, but we're scary.
Yeah. That is true. It was
and thought again. Go ahead.
Is that? Oh wait, no, yeah, that's the Raymond again.
Yeah.
I feel kind of left out. I really need to know more about that. But what we do know is, yes, as confirmed by the casters, we'll have to bid farewell to Falcons Mena. Again, relatively newer roster, just coming up. They're just slowly starting to build more of a name for themselves. They are also the national team for Egypt, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So thank you, Falcons Mena, for everything that you showed off here, and we wish you the best. Go back to Zino. Oh, is there something you want to say?
No, I'm just saying, like, we heard during the interview how Zino Lilies, technically they played with this roster for 1 month, right?
Yeah.
And honestly, with this new patch, I feel like most of the teams, they only have 1 month to prepare. And it's amazing to me to see how quickly all the female teams here in MWI, they're adjusting to the new patch. They understand it's a new meta, it's a new landscape for MLBB. And the execution, honestly, fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic execution. And let's see who will be the PlayStation MVP for Zino Lilies. It's none other than Salina with a rush on the Talisman and then the Starlium Scythe.
Oh, yeah.
A
lot of
just
damage.
2 items? 2 full items? And she
That
was
shows
already
how
like that?
fast the game was.
Yeah.
This is one of those games, if you go to the toilet, you come back, you're not going to see the game. It's the end of everything. And again, I like that this is more or less them showing the world. We don't care what's the S tier picks, A tier picks, B tier picks. It's our picks, right? Because again, showing the Alice, showing the Selena, they might have much more.
Oh, okay. You got the pose down. As we try to do our best Selena impressions, let's see the STC predictions results that we mentioned at the top of the series. I cannot get my legs like that, man.
I've had practice.
You've really? Cool. That's great. I wish I could stand like that.